Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love college football as much as I do. No, I don't think Florida State and Clemson need to be going to the Big Ten anytime soon. They need to keep their butts right where they are in the ACC, and I'll tell you why. Obviously, this year they're stuck where they're at. If they were to go next year, who's the ACC got at this point that might be, and I'm not even talking about elite or really, really good, pretty good teams that might give you some trouble. Let's see, let's be realistic here. Each other, so that's those two teams. North Carolina and maybe Miami in the ACC. Who else is going to be a top 15 team or better coming from the ACC? Now, Big Ten. Supposedly, USC and UCLA are going to the Big Ten next year. All right, so those are pretty good teams. Those are two teams that I wouldn't say would beat Florida State or Clemson guaranteed, but they could beat those teams because of their play style, the way they play. They're both physical teams. They can give anybody trouble, especially USC because they're more talented. If you're going to the Big Ten, let's be realistic. Who do you think is going to be, again, not just elite? I'll get to the elite later, but really good football teams. Okay, SC, UCLA. I think Wisconsin will be, if not this year, definitely next year they'll be a lot better. I think Penn State will be up there. You have, now let's get to the others. I think Nebraska will be a lot better by then. With Matt Rule there, I think he'll have a good football team. They might be okay this year because they didn't have terrible players. It's just coaching wasn't very good, obviously. But then, of course, you have Michigan and Ohio State. So you have 5 or 6 teams in the Big Ten to deal with that you're not guaranteed to beat. Versus the ACC, you're more likely to conquer and dominate. And it's an easier path. Not easier, but let's say less difficult path to the playoff. If you can go undefeated in the ACC and win the ACC championship, Clemson has proven you can go to the playoffs. Even with a loss, you can still make the playoffs. Because there's not a lot of teams that are going to go 12-0. That's just what it is. Big Ten, no one's going to be undefeated because they got some pretty good teams. Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State. Again, I think Wisconsin's going to be good by next year. If not this year, definitely next year because it's a first-year coaching staff, so it might not work out. Who knows? UCLA and USC going to the Big Ten, that's not an easy path. Even if you don't play all 6 of those teams in the same schedule, which you're probably not going to, you're likely to get at least half of those teams. You wouldn't want all 3 of those because you're not guaranteed to win all those games. So, again, Florida State and Clemson, keep y'all's butts in the ACC if you want to win. I'm just saying.